was one of the many reasons you decided to play soccer?
Well, I thought it was one of the sports where I had the most potential. So I started to stick with that. And one of the reasons also is my parents made me pick between like football or soccer. And I decided to just play soccer just because, yeah, like what I said, I just had the most potential.
All right. So was there any particular soccer player who you looked up to?
Well, I didn't have like a specific one, but there's this one athlete called Neymar. He just is so like silky and smooth with the ball. So I just like always admired him.
Very nice. Who were the people who had a big influence in your life?
I would say my parents for sure, and some along with my friends as well, because they're always there helping me out with stuff. And yeah,
What age did you decide to play soccer at?
well, my parents put me in at 4 years old just because I had so much energy. So they just put me in soccer just to get like all the energy out of me, and then I ended up loving it.
Hmm. Very unique story, at least.
Yeah.
What future goals do you have in life, and what is one way you plan to achieve that?
A future goal that I have is just to be successful in whatever I do. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet, but whatever I do, like if I'm gonna go get a job somewhere, just make sure I'm successful and that's the right job I want. And how I'm gonna do it, just to keep working hard. That's what I've been doing pretty much my whole life. Just work hard, work for it, and yeah, hopefully things will come.
Yeah, definitely. So what is one piece of advice you would give to someone when wanting to become a soccer player?
Um, just have fun with it. I mean, if you're just starting to play soccer, just have fun. It doesn't have to be too serious. I mean, like you're just playing for the love of the game. You're not trying to do anything crazy, you know. And then just stick with the fundamentals. And then once you get those mastered, you can start doing other stuff that are can get you to the next level.
Definitely. So what sacrifices have you made to play soccer, and why do you think it's important for people to have these experiences?
So only sacrifice that I made was I actually moved down to Arizona my sophomore year without, yeah, just myself. And that was a pretty big sacrifice because I was leaving my family, leaving my friends and everybody here in Rapid and go down to Scottsdale and just kind of start a new life. And it's going to make those sacrifices just because you can kind of learn from yourself and take that next level or step into your maturity and learn, yeah, just from yourself like that.
Definitely. So what do you do typically during the off season?
Well, so soccer doesn't really have that much of an off season. It's kind of like a full, like all year round. So
Yeah.
what I typically do though is that if I get the chance, I'll just like work out, hit the gym, I don't know, recover, make sure I'm staying in shape, eat right, yeah, all those things.
Very nice. So what was one of the most enjoyable games you played as a soccer player?
Well, I would say my in 2020, my sophomore year, when I was playing in the semifinals against Roosevelt, that was a pretty big game because we were number one seed undefeated playing against the number three seed.
Yep.
And we are both like pretty much at the same caliber. Like, I mean, we were a little bit better, obviously, because we won.
Mhm.
But that was one of my most favorite games just because it was such a close game. Like, there was like, if you made one error, the other team could score there. Or if you caught the other team slacking, then you could, take the score. And that was a really good game for me just because we ended up getting scored on in the first half. And then I ended up tying it with the PK. And then like 2 minutes after that, I score a banger upper 90. And I just remember the crowd going crazy. Like cars are honking their horns. And I don't know, I just got chills from it. And then I'd say my second favorite game would be the state championship that we
Yeah,
just won.
the one that was with Lincoln. That one was pretty cool. I got to watch that one too. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yep. So let's see here. What is one game you could replay and why?
The state championship.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So What is one of your biggest accomplishments in soccer?
Mm, I would say getting on the Phoenix Rising team my sophomore year, and then being able to play the Colorado Rapids through like middle school. I mean, I've had little awards like getting USA Today Player of the Year award and like breaking school records and stuff. But I would say the most like beneficial award that stuck out to me was those two. Just getting being able to be put on a high caliber team.
Yeah, hey, definitely, man. So, how do you want to be remembered?
I just want to be remembered as a hardworking, like funny guy, the guy that loves to have fun. Yeah, that's what I like to be remembered for.
All right. So, what was one of your most funniest moments you played as a soccer player and why? Or was the, yep,
So that's kind of a hard one, but I would say the bus ride. So like, okay, one time, so that was after the state championship.
yep.
All the guys were in the gas station, kind of still like in like celebrating, and we're eating all this junk food. And one of my teammates like spots this like spicy chip or whatever, and it's like one chip for $10. So then we buy it, and then my friend Xander, he starts eating it, and then Sean Bauer eats it. He takes it like a tank. It doesn't even phase him. And then Sam Cheddar had like a little piece of it, and he was dying. And I don't
Oh
know,
my
it was just
God.
funny to me because we're all just laughing, surrounding them, and they're just having a hard time trying to handle the spice.
The crazy thing is, I had him in my econ class, so I can definitely get where you get that sense of humor from. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Let's see here. What is one lesson you learned from playing soccer?
That everything is not given to you. You got to work for it. Like talent's not enough. You need to, if you're gonna have that talent, you got to put it to use. Get some like work in, like work when people aren't, so you get that extra step ahead of people.
Yeah, hey, definitely. Um, how did you gain your self-confidence?
Well, my parents kind of put me in that mindset when I was younger because when I was younger, I got the chance to try out with this Colorado Rapids team in Colorado, and I was obviously nervous. I was like sixth grade, 12 years old, and I mean those kids are really good, and I had to go in there and make my like prove myself. So my parents just kind of like, even if you know you're not the best, you just gotta have that mindset you are the best. And ever since then, I take that with me every time I play a game. Like I just tell myself I'm the best, and then I take that to like school or whatever. And yeah, I just do that.
Definitely can agree on that one, man. So, did you play any other sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I pretty much played every other sport when I was younger. Yeah.
Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, so like I played football, basketball, baseball, track, cross country, a little bit of hockey. Yeah.
Very nice. So, what is your exercise routine like?
Well, right now, I lift weights, and then after that, I'll just go to practice, and play some soccer.
All right. So, what was it like winning your first state championship?
It was one of the most fulfillment moments of my high school career because 2020 we got to the state championship, didn't win, and that was one of the worst feelings I've ever had as an athlete. And then to win it my senior year, it was just one of the most enjoyable moments. I mean, once they like blew that final whistle, I just kind of like embraced every feeling that I had, and I was just so happy.
Yeah, I can only imagine that relief. So, so here, how did you feel about your last season of soccer?
I was actually pretty surprised because my sophomore year and junior year, we had a pretty good group of guys, and I thought for sure that we would win a state championship. And then going into my senior year, like everyone else with me, we're a little nervous because we didn't have the players we did last year, and the start of the season didn't go well for us. And then we made some adjustments, and then we ended up just being a powerhouse. And yeah, I ended up winning state, so it was pretty surprising. Ended up winning state when we didn't think we would.
Yeah, so do you plan on studying for any colleges?
I do. That's the plan. I want to play at the college level.
All right. So what do you plan on studying in college?
Well, I want to go for. I'm aiming for business. I'm gonna specialize in finance.
All right. So I think that will conclude us off. Thank you for coming on.